As a program management expert, I often emphasize the critical role of efficient financial tracking in the success of any project or program. Keeping a tight rein on invoicing, expenses, and payments isn't just about accounting. It's about maintaining cash flow, ensuring profitability, and making informed decisions that keep your initiatives on track. Many small businesses, freelancers, and growing agencies turn to tools like FreshBooks to streamline these processes. A common question that arises, especially for those transitioning from manual systems or other software, is, can you upload existing invoices to FreshBooks? The short answer is yes, you absolutely can, but it's important to understand the how and the why from a program management perspective. It's not always a simple drag and drop of a PDF, and thinking strategically about the process can save you considerable time and headaches down the line. The why behind importing invoices. Before diving into the how, let's consider the strategic reasons you might want to import invoices into FreshBooks. Migration from old systems. Perhaps you're moving from a spreadsheet-based system, another accounting software, or even a different invoicing tool. Importing old invoices ensures a complete historical record within FreshBooks. Consolidating data. If you have multiple streams of income or distinct projects managed separately, bringing all invoicing data into one centralized FreshBooks account provides a holistic view of your program's financial health. Compliance and reporting. Having all invoices in a single, organized system simplifies tax preparation, financial audits, and generating comprehensive reports for stakeholders, clients, or internal review. Workflow streamlining. While FreshBooks excels at creating invoices, you might occasionally receive invoices from subcontractors or partners that you need to track as expenses or as part of a larger project's financial flow. The how, methods for getting invoices into FreshBooks. FreshBooks is designed to be a comprehensive invoicing and accounting solution, and as such, it offers several ways to handle existing invoice data. The most common and effective method for bulk uploads is via a CSV, comma-separated values, file. Here's a breakdown of the process, which is typical for many cloud-based accounting platforms. Digitalize your invoices, if necessary if you're dealing with physical paper invoices. Your first step is to convert them into a digital format. Scanning them to PDFs is a start, but for bulk import, you'll need the data from these invoices. This usually means either manual data entry. For a small number of invoices, you might manually enter the details directly into FreshBooks' invoice creation interface. This is tedious but works for individual cases. Using OCR, optical character recognition, tools. For a larger volume, consider using OCR software or services like DocuClipper, which is mentioned in FreshBooks support resources, that can extract data from PDFs or images and convert it into a structured format, like a spreadsheet. Prepare your data in a CSV file. This is the most crucial step for a successful bulk import. FreshBooks requires your invoice data to be structured in a specific way within a CSV file. Think of a CSV as a simple spreadsheet where each piece of information, like invoice number, client name, amount, date, line item description, is in its own column, and each row represents a single invoice or a single line item within an invoice. Required fields. You'll need to ensure your CSV includes essential headers like invoice number, client name, date issued, due date, total amount, line item description, line item quantity, line item unit price, currency. Consistency is key. Ensure that your data is clean and consistent. For example, use the same date format throughout, e.g., YYYYMMDD, and ensure currency formats are uniform. If an invoice has multiple line items, each line item should have the same invoice number, client name, and date to ensure FreshBooks groups them correctly into a single invoice. Mapping. When you upload the CSV, FreshBooks will ask you to map the columns in your CSV file to the corresponding fields in FreshBooks. For example, you'll tell FreshBooks that your client name column in the CSV should be mapped to FreshBooks client field. Access the import tool in FreshBooks. Log into your FreshBooks account. Navigate to the Invoices section. Look for an option like More Actions or a similar button, and from the drop-down, select Import Invoices. The exact wording might vary slightly based on FreshBooks updates, but the functionality will be there. Upload your CSV file. You'll be prompted to choose File and select your prepared CSV. Review and Map fields. FreshBooks will display a preview of your data and guide you through mapping your CSV columns to its internal fields. Take your time here to ensure accuracy. If you frequently import data, you might even be able to save your mapping settings for future use. Start the import process. Once mapping is complete, initiate the import. FreshBooks will process the file and, importantly, flag any errors. This is a critical step from a program management perspective. Identifying errors before the data is fully integrated saves significant time on corrective actions later. Confirm imported invoices. After the import is complete, go to your Invoices section in FreshBooks and verify the newly added invoices. Check a few to ensure all details, line items, and amounts are correct. Important considerations for program managers. Data integrity. As a program manager, data integrity is paramount. Incorrectly imported financial data can lead to skewed reports, inaccurate profitability assessments, and ultimately, poor decision-making for your projects. Always review imports thoroughly. Automation versus manual. While FreshBooks is excellent for creating new invoices and automating reminders, the upload function is primarily for bringing in existing data. Don't confuse it with automated e-invoicing solutions where invoices are seamlessly sent and received between different accounting systems. Expenses versus invoices. FreshBooks also has a separate import function for expenses. Ensure you're using the correct import tool based on whether the document represents an invoice you issued or an expense you incurred. Third-party integrations. For more complex data migration or ongoing synchronization, FreshBooks integrates with various third-party tools, like Skyvia or Geocon for FreshBooks, that offer advanced CSV import, export capabilities, data enrichment, and even scheduled imports. These might be useful if you're dealing with very large datasets or unique data structures. Learning curve. If you're new to accounting software or CSV imports, there might be a slight learning curve. FreshBooks support documentation is typically quite helpful, and it's always better to start with a small test batch of invoices to get comfortable with the process.